At 17 a.m., the emergency line lit up in Ridgewood County. The dispatcher expected drunk drivers, domestic fights, noise complaints. Instead, she heard breathing, slow, controlled. Then a whisper, "I think someone is hurt in my house." The dispatcher asked for the address. The voice hesitated, then gave it. Brooklane Drive, the Harper residence, a place with no crime history. No police calls, no trouble. The dispatcher asked who was hurt. Silence then. I hear him walking. The call disconnected. 6 minutes later, police arrived. But the house had already gone quiet forever. Thomas Harper believed in trust. He left his car unlocked. His front door opened during the day. Melissa laughed about it. "Someone will steal your tools one day," she'd say. But nothing ever happened. The Harpers were the heart of Brooklane Drive. Barbecues every summer. Holiday decorations first on the street. Kids playing freely. Their life looked perfect. But investigators later discovered perfection hides vulnerability, and someone had been watching them for months. On the final night of their lives, 6:12 p.m., Melissa texted her sister about dinner plans. 7:03 p.m., Thomas helped Noah with homework. 8:15 p.m., Sophie faced a friend. 9:40 p.m., the TV was turned on to a crime drama. Neighbors reported nothing unusual. No screams. No arguments. No car leaving. At 10:11 p.m., all phones in the house went silent. Medical examiners later believe this is when the murders began. Officers entered expecting a wounded caller. Instead, they stepped into death, blood cleaned carefully, bodies arranged. No forced entry, no mess. Whoever killed the Harpers wasn't in a panic. They were calm, organized. Methodical. This wasn't rage. This was control. The most disturbing part, the family had been dead for 2 hours before the 911 call, meaning the killer stayed inside the house, in the dark, with the bodies, for 120 minutes. Doing what? Cleaning, listening to TV, waiting. This wasn't escape. This was ritual. The dog had left deep scratch marks on the inside of the bathroom door. It had been desperately trying to get out, which means it heard something. It smelled the blood. It knew danger was right on the other side of that door. But someone had locked it away. Deliberately. To keep things quiet. This wasn't a random act. This was a killer who thinks ahead. Multiple neighbors reported hearing strange movements that night. One woman heard pacing, back and forth, for nearly half an hour. Was the person nervous, debating their next move? Or were they excited? Another neighbor saw the porch lights flicker on and off. Some investigators believe it was a signal, while others think it was the killer, simply testing to see if anyone was awake. But the most chilling clue came from the 911 call itself. Experts isolated background noise from the tape and found 3 things: the sound of a popular TV show, a single floorboard creaking, and a breath that didn't belong to the caller. Someone else was walking around while the call was happening. The killer was still in the house. Daniel Cross, fired 3 weeks earlier, public argument at work. Witnesses heard him say, "Thomas will regret this," but police were too late. His apartment was cleared like a ghost town. Toothbrush gone, photos gone, clothes gone, even trash emptied, a man preparing to vanish. Behavioral analysts concluded the killer likely enjoys control plans, crimes carefully, revisits scenes, mentally uses police involvement as part of the thrill. Calling 911 wasn't panic. It was part of the experience. They believe he wanted to hear sirens coming, to know discovery was happening. Months later came the second call. Same whisper, same breathing, same wording. But this time, a survivor. She said the man forced her to call after killing her husband. He cleaned the room, waited, then made her whisper. She survived only because police arrived early. She described tall, calm, emotionless, not angry, enjoying the moment. After that night, 3 more similar cases occurred in neighboring states. All had clean scenes, delayed emergency calls, victims found arranged, but no suspect ever caught. Many believe these cases are connected. A traveling killer, still active. The Harper home remains empty. No family stays long. Neighbors report strange things. Lights turning on, TV flickering. Sounds of footsteps late at night. Some believe it's imagination. Others believe trauma leaves echoes. But one thing is certain, Whoever made that whispering call was never found. And police quietly admit they don't believe he stopped a family that trusted too much a killer. Who planned a well, a call for help that came from death itself? Some crimes happen in moments of rage. Others are carefully crafted nightmares, and somewhere out there, someone may still be waiting to hours before making the next call. Thank you for watching Twisted Cases for more real unsolved mysteries, disturbing cases, and stories that time never forgot. Subscribe and join us on the dark side of true crime. New episodes every week.